Good morning, gang. Happy Saturday morning. A little philosophical this morning. After I start my day by spilling a cup of coffee, just poured it in my cup and dump it all over me. That was a great way to start the day. Y'all heard the term in the past, money can't buy you happiness, right? Sure. Turns out nothing else can either. Almost. You think about it and you go, you know people like this, you've experienced it in your life. Oh, if I could only go out with this guy or girl, I'd be happy. Oh, if I only had that car, I'd be happy. Oh, if I could only move to this place, I'd be happy. Oh, if I only had more money, I'd be happy, right? And you get that, the car, the girl, the guy, the house, the location, the job, the whatever, and you aren't happier. And you go, but this was supposed to make me happy. No, it wasn't. It was a dopamine rush. That was it. This is the reason why people go impulse shopping. Oh my God, I'm going to buy this. It's so cool. And you get that little euphoric feeling, that dopamine hit real quick. And then you get home, and ladies, you put the pair of shoes in the closet. You never wear them again. Guys, you put the tool up in the garage and never use it again. But it made you happy for 5 minutes when you bought it. I've got one now. I've arrived. It doesn't work that way, okay? This week with this guy who shot up the Christian school in Minnesota, made a comment. I wish I never brainwashed myself. He's right, okay? All these people that think God screwed up and put him in the wrong body are wrong, okay? Oh, if I was only a woman, I'd be happier. Or vice versa, okay? And then they go do it and experience that it doesn't make them any happier, okay? You're not accepted as the other gender. You can't physically perform as the other gender. And now you have the troubles that the other gender has. At least the social ones, not necessarily the physical ones. I'm sorry, guys, if you wear a dress, you aren't going to menstruate, you aren't getting pregnant, okay? You aren't having PMS symptoms. It doesn't work that way, okay? So don't tell me, oh, gee, you do. No, you're not having cramps. You know, you ate too much Taco Bell last night. That's what happened. But this chase to be happy is a noble one. We all should be happy. And the solution is actually pretty easy. It's not chasing physical things, whether it be money or the house or the car or the new pair of shoes or whatever. It's very simple. It's being a good person and following the Almighty. That's what will make you happy, ultimately. There's a lot of miserable people out there. You can tell in life. All they do, you see them online all the time. Okay? You even see them in real life. You know, go to the store. People moping, people bitching all the time, complaining about everything, trying to start fights, doing whatever. They aren't happy people. And the problem is, we've become a me-centric society. What can I do for me? What can I do for me? What can I do for me? And when we all get self-absorbed like that and forget about the collective, not socialism, but forget about our neighbors, forget about the goodness in people, and only become narcissistic, which society is becoming big time. That's our downfall. You look through society's successful ones throughout history, and there was always a sense of community. When it became an us versus them, that was the downfall of every single society in history. When everybody had to conform, when everybody had to only concern themselves with themselves, societies collapsed. You look at the premises that we live by, okay? We're trying to take care of ourselves, trying to prep for ourselves. And that's very true. You have to start somewhere. I can't help somebody else. You can't help somebody else unless you're already taking care of yourself. I know, including me, there's a lot of people out there with a, in my opinion, rightful belief. My kids that eat before I eat, my dogs that eat before I eat. Yes, okay. But think about that for a second. That's not me-centric. That's taking care of somebody else. Okay. In an SHTF situation, you got to take care of yourself, but a lot of us have no choice. We're going to wind up having to help, not necessarily take care of, but help someone else. I've got excess food. You've got excess gasoline. Let's help each other. This is what we need to get back to, is as a country, as a human race, is a sense of society. And sure, there's going to be divides in the society. You're not going to have, I don't care what you do, you're not getting the Jews and the Muslims to work together. It's just not going to happen on the big scale, okay? I mean, sure, there's plenty individuals that are going to be fine like that, no problem. But as for a whole, no, it's not going to happen. Same thing with any other. You can go black and white. You can go North Korean, South Korean. I don't care. Pick one. All right. You could use any sort of device. There's always going to be something different. And as a collective, maybe it doesn't work. But on an individual basis, which is the only thing you and I can control, is ourselves. That's the difference. What winds up happening, and we see this in society over and over and over, see it in the United States quite a bit, and then it winds up happening that the powers that be start to allow it, is there's got to be a solution. Why are people unhappy? There's a pill for that, right? You know, doctors are, oh, you must be depressed. Let's put you on an antidepressant, right? Or then you have all the people that self-medicate and go, gee, you know what? My salvation is in the bottom of a bottle or in the bottom of a baggie. No, that's not a solution either. The solution is being a good person and following God. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. People try to push down that notion in their head, but it's always there, and it always will be there, because it is the only path to happiness. Not the new car, not the new pair of shoes, not the new house, not the new set of wrenches, nothing. Not the new girlfriend. All you do with that is create a new problem. Well, gee, you know what? This girlfriend's not good enough. I'm going to go find another one. Great, now you got baggage, okay? Oh, gee, you know what? I'm going to buy this new pair of shoes. Great, you get home, and now there's a charge on a credit card bill. You know, you trade one problem for another. But by being a good person, or by following the Lord, there is no negative on the other side. Y'all know me, I'm a big believer in karma. Okay, what comes around goes around. I do my best to be a good person. I'm not perfect at it, but I sure as hell try. Okay. And sometimes it comes back, and I think about it. It's like, oh, maybe this was my reward for doing the right thing by the divine intervention. And then sometimes you look at it and go, how many of you heard this? That's what you get for doing this. You're an asshole, and all of a sudden you get a flat tire on the way home from work. That's what you get. Okay, right. Being a good person isn't hard. We're going to have to do it in an SHTF situation. That's going to be a challenge, because you're going to have a bunch of bad people that are going to try to take what you have. And you're going to have a bunch of good people that you may have to help. And you're going to have to make the decision on whether somebody's good or bad, whether they are worthy of being in your inner circle. And you're going to have to make that decision in a split second. Do I welcome you in, or do I put you down? You don't have time to debate it. Fortunately, most of us have a good sense to size somebody up very quickly like that. But it's one of those things where if the world doesn't collapse, if we don't get into a Teowaki situation, still being a good person far outweighs being a bad person. Don't chase the dopamine hit. Go for the long-term happiness, because we only have a very short time on this planet. And it's a pretty crappy way to live if you're miserable all the time. Pinball out.